Dixie State Trailblazers. A 5'7" freshman from American Fork, Utah, number 4, Taylor Moiyaki. A 6'1" junior from American Fork, Utah, number 15, Miley Richardson. A 5'8" senior from Las Vegas, Nevada, number 22, Maddie Bentley. A 5'10" sophomore from Redding, California, number 23, Allie Franks. And a 6'2" senior from Thatcher, Arizona, number 42, Kristen Baldwin. Your Trailblazers are coached by head coach J.D. Justice, assisted by Nicole Yazzie and Steph Bennett. Athletic trainer Mr. Kelly Hotline.
Time for Dixie State women's basketball right here on your Trailblazer Basketball Network. We are on television, locally, CEC TV, TDS Cable Channel 22, the Community Education Channel. Appreciate all that CEC does for this university, especially here in athletics, broadcasting nearly every single athletic contest here at Dixie State. We're also on YouTube, youtube.com/Dixie State Athletics. Eric Segmiller courtside with you, Dixie State and Dominican. Starting off here inside the Burns Arena. The Trailblazers will have first possession. Look inside to Baldwin. She's fouled. Yes, whistle did ring out, a little bit quiet, but great look from Allie Franks to Kristen Baldwin inside, and Kristen will go to the line to start this thing off. This is the third consecutive game that Kristen Baldwin has gone to the line in the first Dixie State offensive possession. Will sink the first free throw. Dixie State an early 1-0 lead. Again, a great look inside from Franks to Baldwin. See the foul there. Baldwin misses the second. Miley Richardson offensive rebound, put back too strong, and Baldwin going to get called for a foul going up over the top of Natalie Diaz. That break in the action. It was an opportunity to give you some starters for Dixie State. Taylor Moiyaki, Miley Richardson, Kristen Baldwin, Maddie Vintling, and Allie Franks. For the Penguins, Alana Scott, Vanessa Cruz, Angelica Collins, Natalie Diaz, and Julia Razzo getting the start tonight. Penguins first offensive possession. They go to Scott. She loses on the end line. Will regain looking for the top of the key to Vanessa Cruz, and Maddie Vintling tips the ball. Possession will stay with Dominican. 9:28 to play in the first. 12-second shot clock for the Penguins. Inbound pass to Scott. Gives to Cruz. Cruz will float from the free throw line and hit it. Vanessa Cruz, 36% from the field so far this season. Gives Dominican a 2-1 lead. Dixie State quickly inside to Baldwin. They'll kick it back out to Vintling. She collides with Richardson, and they're able to reset the play. And Vintling trying to get it over to Moiyaki. It's tipped by Vanessa Cruz. And out of bounds, Dixie State will maintain the possession with 17 to shoot. Dominican enters this game with a 10-3 record, 4-1 in conference play. Dixie State 6-7 overall, 2-4 in the Pac-West, trying to snap a 4-game losing skid. Richardson whips it inside to Baldwin, spinning to the left, guarded by Diaz, a little bit short. And Dominican has the rebound, they lose it. And Kristen Baldwin luckily not to get called for her second foul. Now she's got to hustle back as Dominican will set up the play offensively. Into the corner, Razzo for three, and she buries it from the left side. Dominican a 5-1 lead, 8:40 to go. Dixie State wants to push it. Allie Franks into the lane, shoots with the right hand, no. Offensive rebound, nope. Looked like Dixie State was going to have the offensive rebound, but it skips off some fingertips and out of bounds, back to Dominican. Scoreboard running 8:31 on the timer. It did not start on the inbounds pass. They're going to take a few seconds off of the shot clock. We are back in action. Penguins with possession. Whip it to the left corner. Another three on the way. This time way too strong. Tipped around. Maddie Vintling the rebound. Was Razzo looking for another three. Couldn't find it though. Richardson will drive inside, putting it up with the left, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Richardson will pick up her first. Richardson trying to do all she could to try and get around the defender, but couldn't do it. Picks up the foul. Second team foul against Dixie State. Cruz inside off the window. Nifty play, but couldn't get it to stay down, and here comes Dixie State on the rebound. Maddie Ventling up the left side. Ventling behind the back dribble at the free throw line, and now a whistle and a foul. Play comes to a halt, and it's going to be an illegal screen. Miley Richardson picks up her second game in a row that Miley's run into some early foul trouble. They really need her out there. Kesley Stevenson up off the bench. She will check in on the next whistle. Cruz steps into a three straight away. Too strong. Ball is loose. Allie Franks chases it down for Dixie State. Hand off to Taylor Moyaki. Moyaki trying to lob inside, but tip right back to Taylor. They go back to Richardson, and she's fouled, and she'll get free throws. Richardson, aggressive move inside, and the foul's going to go against Diaz, her first. There's one player Dixie State would love to see get in foul trouble for Dominican. It would be Diaz. She is the team's leading scorer. Richardson makes the first free throw. Dixie State trailing by 3, 5-2. Ashley Burge will check in for Kristen Baldwin. Kesley Stevenson remains at the scorer's table as you get another look at the foul. Diaz coming from behind, committing that foul. Richardson makes both free throws and will check out of the game. She's got 2. Kesley Stevenson will check in for Richardson. Dixie State trailing by 2, 5-3. Kesley Stevenson into the game at Willard, Utah at Box Elder High School. Penguins set it up, 23 to shoot. Jumper near side, rims out. And here comes Dixie State. Moyaki finding Kesley Stevenson. She'll fire a 3 right corner, too strong. Dominican the rebound. They go inside to Razzo quickly, too much on it. Ashley Burge the rebound. Trailblazers will set it up, trailing by 2, 5-3, 6:50 to go here in the opening frame. Burge thought about a backdoor pass to Ventling, but thought better of it. She was covered, and now they get it into Ventling, and she's fouled from behind. And that should go against Alana Scott. It does. Her first, second, I think that's the third team foul. Moyaki lobbing into Franks, catches free throw line, driving back to the left. Swiped out of her hands on her way to the bucket, but a whistle rings out, and Allie Franks going to get a pair of free throws with 6:39 to play here in the first. Angelica Collins picks up the foul. Franks makes the first. Dixie State back to within 1 at 5-4. Frank's second is good. Dixie State has tied this thing back up at 5, and they've yet to score a field goal. All from the free throw line tonight for Dixie State. Top of the key for the Penguins. 3 ball on the way, too strong. It looked like it still had a chance, but it just crawled over the front of the iron. Dixie State quickly the other way. Touch pass to Ashley Burge, and it is good. Great play from Dixie State as they take a 7-5 lead, 6:15 to play. Great ball movement. Kesley Stevenson giving up what could have been a good shot for a better one. Dominican jumper, rims out. Cruz couldn't get it to go, and here comes Dixie State. Moyaki going to push it up the floor. She'll lay it up and in transition. Taylor Moyaki gives Dixie State a 9-5 lead. And Tim Laco's Dominican head coach wants timeout with 5:58 to go in the first. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here, give you some statistics for you. Early in this one, Dixie State 2 for 6 from the field, 33% there. 5 of 6 from the free throw line for 83%.
Our 2 contestants,
Dominican 22% from the field, just 2 of 9 and 1 of 4 from the outside. It looks like they did stretch it to the media with 5:58 to go in the first. We'll just keep it right here. Get an opportunity to see the timeout contest going on the floor. Again, Dixie State trying to break a 4-game losing skid. They started 6-3, 2-0 in the Pac West, including wins over Academy of Art, and its first ever win over Azusa Pacific back in early December, and that win was also Dixie State's first win over a ranked opponent since the 2011 when it defeated then-ranked Academy of Art. Since that win over Azusa Pacific, the Trailblazers, though, have lost 4 consecutive, and they've been in every single one of those games. The Trailblazers trying to snap the losing skid here today. 5:58 to go. Dominican with possession on the floor for the Trailblazers as Morgan Myers checked in during the timeout. Taylor Moyaki, Maddie Ventling, Morgan Myers, Kesley Stevenson, and Ashley Burge. Diaz skipping it to Scott. 3-ball right corner, no, but offensive rebound for Collins. It's stripped out of her hands. Dominican retained possession. Boy, Collins at 5'5" was left all alone under the bucket, and the Penguins will get another chance at this. Cruz will find Collins. Collins skipping it to Scott. Touch pass into the corner, Cruz. Cruz inside to Natalie Diaz, and she loves that right side. And she gets her first bucket of the night. The Pac West leading scorer, Natalie Diaz. Kesley Stevenson for 3 to answer off the right side. Moyaki offensive rebound. Her putback won't go. How about Morgan Myers giving it a try? No. Another try for Myers, and she can't get it to go the third time either. And a whistle and a foul going to ring out with 5:14 to go in the first. It'll be Morgan Myers.
Foul number 21, Morgan Myers is her first.
Trying to tie the ball up or knock it loose, and she's whistled for reaching in. Dixie State, 3 or 4 chances to score on that possession, just could not get it to go. Trailblazers lead is 2, 9-7. Diaz to Scott, right wing. They whip it into Diaz on the left side. She'll shoot it, can't get it to go. Ashley Burge brings it down. Trailblazers want to force Diaz to that left side. She's just not as comfortable operating on that side of the floor. To Morgan Myers, right corner 3, off the side of the backboard. Burge offensive rebound, and she's fouled on the putback. Foul will go against Angelica Collins. Second personal. 15 foul against Dominican here in the first, and Ashley Burge is line to try and extend this Dixie State lead. First one bounces off the front of the rim, falls through. Dixie State hustling on the boards today. A 12-6 advantage for Dixie State on the rebounds halfway through the first period. Ashley Burge will make both free throws. She's got 4, and it's an 11-7 Dixie State lead, 4:45 to play. Dominican three-pointer left wing, and it will fall. Dixie State lead is trimmed to 1, 11-10, 4:32 to go, and a steal for Alana Scott. One-on-one with Moyaki, and Taylor's going to reach in, strip it away, but it goes right back to Scott, and she will dish to Vanessa Cruz, who makes the layup on the left side. Dominican leading 12-11, 4:18 to play. Bentley looking inside to Burge. Great look, but Ashley couldn't get it to stay down. And it goes off of a white jersey and out of bounds. Dominican will get the ball back. And a back and forth first quarter. Already had 3 lead changes here in the opening frame. Diaz crossing over the right. That's where she wants to get. She's fouled by Ashley Burge. Got caught reaching in. Did get her on the arm a little bit. Burge will pick up the foul, her first. Diaz leading the Pac West Conference in free throw makes. Before this attempt here, 82 of 108 from the stripe this season for Diaz. She makes that one, and that is her 83rd free throw of the season. 76% clip from the stripe. Kristen Baldwin will check in for Ashley Burge. Diaz makes both. She's got 4, averaging 24 points a game is Diaz, the Pac West leading scorer, and it's a 3-point lead for Dominican. Baldwin looking inside to Allie Franks, and she will score. 4 points for Allie Franks. Dixie State back within one, 14-13. 3:40 to go in the first. Cruz gets past Moyaki. Runner in the lane, off the window. No, Allie Franks the rebound, but Cruz sneaks up and steals it. She'll miss the shot, though. And Allie Franks then gets the rebound. Dixie State an opportunity to retake the lead on this possession. Franks holding. Three-point land straight away. Lobbing into Baldwin. Goes up high and makes the catch. Looking for Vintling. Left elbow. Finding Stevenson. Decides against the three-point shot. Trying to find Moyaki inside. Threw it to Dominican, and now Taylor Moyaki going to be called for a foul, reaching in to try to get that back. That is the 5th team foul against Dixie State, so free throws coming for the Penguins. I think the consensus is tonight, just don't reach at all, or you're going to get rung up for a foul. Dixie State has had a couple of fouls that could have gone either way here in the first. First free throw, Lana Scott is good. She's got a one. Dominican back up on top by 2, 15-13. 3:06 to play. Scott's second free throw is good. 16-13, Dominican lead. 3:05 to play in the first. Moyaki. Drives to the right elbow, jumps it, scores it. Moyaki with 4. Dixie State trailing by 1, 16-15, 2:44 to go. Penguins go to Diaz, their leader, backing in on Baldwin, spinning to the left, kicking it back out. And Diaz gets it right back. Goes inside, throws it off the window, and it goes. Diaz with 6, and it's a 3-point Dominican lead. Stevenson inside to Baldwin. Working to the left, trying to get to Franks. Ball is loose, hand off to Vintling. And Vintling stepped out of bounds. Dominican a 3-point lead at 18-15. And Kesley Stevenson going to get called for a foul. And that is her first. Free throws coming for the Penguins.
At the line shooting 2 shots.
Marissa Monave to the line for a pair of free throws. Monave with 5 points. Knocked down a 3 earlier in the game. And gets a pair of free throws. Dixie State trailing by 5, 20-15. 2:08 to play. Baldwin holding on the right elbow. Skipping it to Vintling. Left corner 3 on the way. No. Offensive rebound. Moyaki jump step in the lane. Hands off to Baldwin. Baldwin, path cut off. They find Stevenson. She'll try a 3 from the right wing, and she buries it. Kesley Stevenson. Her first bucket of the night. Dixie State's first 3-pointer of the night. Trailblazers back within 2, 20-18, 1:40 to go in the first. Diaz. Into the left corner, Razzo. Razzo asking for help, will lob to Scott. Touch pass, top of the key. 3 ball on the way from Alexis Price. It rims out. And Kesley Stevenson is fouled. In pursuit of the loose ball, it will go against Julia Razzo. Her first. And Kesley Stevenson the line for a pair of free throws. She can tie this thing up. If she can hit both. Stevenson, 67% free throw shooter. First one on the way, and it rims out. Stevenson, after that miss from the stripe, now 6 of 10% from the stripe this season. Second one, good. Rims around and falls through. Stevenson with 4. Dixie State within 1, 20-19. Substitution for the Penguins, Edina Del Rosario checking into the game. It's been an entertaining first quarter so far. Dixie State within 1, 20-19. 1:20 to go in the first. Dominican With an 18-second shot clock to Diaz, mid-post left side. Handoff in the lane, and runner off the window is good for Angelica Collins. On the other end, Myers holding right corner. To Ventling, left open, doesn't take the three. Instead to Stevenson. Back to Ventling, now she'll take it. Rims out. Baldwin trying to go up high and get the rebound. She can't get it. Here comes Dominican. There Rosario. Whipping it inside to Diaz, trying to get to that right side. Spins back to the left, knocks Kristen Baldwin over, no whistle. And Diaz will score. She's got 8. It's a 5-point Dominican lead, 24-19, 35 seconds remaining here in the first. Myers escaping it to the right wing. Stevenson will drive, couple of dribbles, 10-foot jumper, rims out. Boy, that looked good. Saved in by Dominican. And here comes Cruz. Dominican can play for one with a 5-point lead. Here in the first, Diaz leaving for Cruz. Cruz back to Diaz on that right side. Into the right corner, back to Diaz. Leans into Baldwin and she'll score. There's a reason that she's the Pac-West Conference leading scorer. Dixie State, half-court heave at the buzzer. No good, it rims out. Dixie State will trail by 7. At the end of one, after leading by as many as 4 here in the first, Dominican 26, Dixie State 19. Let's take a 60-second timeout. Come right back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network. Welcome back inside the Burns Arena, campus of Dixie State University in St. George, Utah. 7-point advantage for the Penguins as we begin the second frame. Look inside of Diaz. She can't catch it, but she'll tip it into the corner. Penguins maintain the possession. Razzo trying to find Diaz. Ball was not tipped. It will be a backcourt violation. Dixie State forcing a turnover on the first possession of the second quarter. First quarter stats, Dixie State 5 of 18 from the field, 27% clip. 1 of 7 from the outside, 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Out rebounding Dominican 16 to 10, with 6 turnovers. And one more key stat we'll give you here in just a minute. Baldwin, baseline right side. Floating with the right, can't get it to go. A little bit of contact, no whistle. Dominican leading Dixie State 12-6 in points in the paint. Most of those coming from Natalie Diaz. Scott will jump a 3 for Dominican. It rims out, but offensive rebound. Angelica Collins was not boxed out. They go back to Scott, another 3. Rims out, Dixie State the rebound this time around. Pass ahead to Stevenson. Pulls up from 15 feet and she sinks it. 6 points for Kesley Stevenson. Dixie State back to within 5, 26-21. 9 minutes to go. Ashley Burge up off the bench. She'll check in next whistle for the Trailblazers. Diaz to Scott. Top of the key to Cruz. Bouncing inside to Diaz. Jumping it over Moyaki. Can't get it to go. Richardson the rebound. Moyaki stops the dribble. Got to find some help. Skips it to the left side. Richardson. Pump fake. Jumper from the left. Rims out. Rebound to Angelica Collins. But for 5'5" guard, Angelica Collins really finds a lot of rebounds. Swinging around, Scott for 3, right wing. She's going to keep trying from that spot. Couldn't get it to go. Baldwin the rebound and finds Taylor Moyaki. Both teams playing without key players tonight. Sandra Ikiora for Dominican. Mariah Martin both with nagging injuries, not able to play tonight. Ventling for three, left side for Dixie State, no. Offensive rebound, Moyaki gets around a defender, floats, and it will rim out. Baldwin offensive rebound to Richardson, 15-footer right side, no. Ball tipped around, Dominican the rebound finally. Alexis Price will push it in transition and split two defenders. Good look, couldn't get it to go. Maddie Ventling the rebound for Dixie State. Ventling swings it right side to Stevenson, open look for three, too strong. Moyaki fighting for the rebound, couldn't get it. But Taylor Moyaki exerting a lot of energy tonight. Now to Scott, she'll try a look for three from the right side again, and this time she'll get it to go.
3 points, Alana Scott.
Scott has 5.
Timeout, Dixie State.
And that was Scott's 5th attempt from beyond the arc tonight. And she finally gets it to go on that 5th try. Dominican an 8-point lead, 29-21, 7:24 to go in the second quarter. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Come right back on the Trailblazer basketball.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, starting lineup for your Dixie State Trailblazers. A 5'7" freshman from American Fork, Utah, number 4, Taylor Moyaki. A 6'1" junior from American Fork, Utah, number 15, Miley Richardson. A 5'8" senior from Las Vegas, Nevada, number 22, Maddie Ventling. A 5'10" sophomore from Redding, California, number 23, Allie Franks. And a 6'2" senior from Thatcher, Arizona, number 42, Kristen Baldwin. Your Trailblazers are coached by head coach J.D. Justice, assisted by Nicole Yazzie and Steph Bennett. Athletic trainer Mr. Kelly Hotline.
Time for Dixie State women's basketball right here on your Trailblazer Basketball Network. We are on television, locally, CEC TV, TDS Cable Channel 22, the Community Education Channel. Appreciate all that CEC does for this university, especially here in athletics, broadcasting nearly every single athletic contest here at Dixie State. We're also on YouTube, youtube.com/Dixie State Athletics. Eric Segmiller courtside with you, Dixie State. And Dominican starting off here inside the Burns Arena. The Trailblazers will have first possession. Look inside to Baldwin. She's fouled. Yes, whistle did ring out, a little bit quiet, but great look from Allie Franks to Kristen Baldwin inside. And Kristen will go to the line to start this thing off. This is the 3rd consecutive game that Kristen Baldwin has gone to the line in the first Dixie State offensive possession. Sink the first free throw. Dixie State an early 1-0 lead. Again, a great look inside from Franks to Baldwin. See the foul there. Baldwin misses the second. Miley Richardson offensive rebound. Put back too strong. And Baldwin going to get called for a foul going up over the top of Natalie Diaz. That break in the action. It was an opportunity to give you some starters for Dixie State. Taylor Moyaki, Miley Richardson, Kristen Baldwin, Maddie Ventling, and Allie Franks. For the Penguins, Alana Scott, Vanessa Cruz, Angelica Collins, Natalie Diaz, and Julia Razzo getting the start tonight. Penguins first offensive possession. They go to Scott. She loses on the end line. Will regain looking for the top of the key to Vanessa Cruz, and Maddie Ventling tips the ball. Possession will stay with Dominican. 9:28 to play in the first. 12-second shot clock for the Penguins. Inbound pass to Scott. Gives to Cruz. Cruz will float from the free throw line and hit it. Vanessa Cruz, 36% from the field so far this season. Gives Dominican a 2-1 lead. Dixie State quickly inside to Baldwin. They'll kick it back out to Ventling. She collides with Richardson, and they're able to reset the play. And Ventling trying to get it over to Moyaki. It's tipped by Vanessa Cruz. And out of bounds, Dixie State will maintain the possession with 17 to shoot. Dominican enters this game with a 10-3 record. Diaz will check back in for Dominican during the timeout. State within 4, and pulled within 1 possession here. Nearly threw it away, and they are going to call it out of bounds. Trailblazers turnover number 8. Give it back to Dominican. 5:36 to go in the second. Scott. Bouncing to Diaz. Looking to Cruz. And a whistle and a foul away from the ball. Allie Frank's going to get called for pushing through the screen.
First personal, first team foul.
Dominican goes directly to Diaz. Kicking to the corner. Manab for 3, can't hit. Check that was Razzo. My apologies. Dixie State the rebound and a foul call on Angelica Collins on the way back up the floor. That's her 3rd. See if Coach LaCose reaches to the bench with Collins with 3 fouls. He's going to leave her in there. Ventling fumbles left side, regains. Back to Ventling. Kills the dribble, ball knocked out of her hands at the Moyaki. 3-ball straight away. Air ball. Morgan Myers is going to chase it down and throw it off of Natalie Diaz. Dixie State's going to get it back. One thing you know is when Morgan Myers in the game, you're going to get her best effort every single time she steps on the floor. On both ends of the floor. And she earns Dixie State an extra possession. Still just 7 seconds on the shot clock, though. Throw to Ventling, down to 5 and a 4. Got to have a shot. Moyaki checks this shot clock, fires at Ventling, deep 3, and she hits as the shot clock expires. Maddie Ventling with 9, Dixie State within 1. If you're Dominican on that possession, you're saying, what do you do? We did everything right. And Maddie Ventling buries a 30-foot 3 as the shot clock expires. Now Morgan Myers is steal. She's ahead of Scott. She's all alone for a layup, and it's up and in. Dixie State has taken the lead. Myers, her first bucket. And it is an 11-0 run for the Trailblazers. Dixie State another steal. Ventling, and she's going to throw it away. Dominican gets it right back inside. Cruz off the window will score it. And Dominican back up on top. Boy, Dixie State got to take advantage of those opportunities. Have a chance to extend the lead. Turn it over, but still Dixie State in a great spot. Franks to Morgan Myers. Myers to Franks. Franks trying to look inside of Bird, just knocked out from behind, and here comes Dominican. 10th turnover of the night for Dixie State. Diaz, shot blocked by Burge, but Dominican will reset into the right corner. Scott for 3, and she buries it.
3 points on Scott.
Dominican back up on top by 4, 36-32. Trailblazers with it. Ventling, 3-ball left side, no. Dominican, another 3, this time it rims out. Scott the rebound. Moyaki, she'll try a 3. Too strong. Franks tips it to Morgan Myers. She can't get the layup to go, but Burge has got it. 3rd time the charm for Dixie State. Ashley Burge with 6. Dixie State back to within 2 with 2:30 to go. 2:25 to go here in the first half. Cruz looking into Diaz, spinning to the left. She'll float with the right. It dies on the back iron and somehow falls through. Diaz with 12. And Dominican a 4-point advantage, 2:10 to play. Moyaki to Ventling. To Myers. Now to Franks. Morgan Myers for 3 straight away. It's short. Bounces right to Ventling, though. Maddie going to drive inside. A runner in the lane, too strong. Ashley Burge, offensive rebound. Put back, no. And Burge hits the deck. With no whistle, here comes Dominican. Razzo looks like she got away with a travel. She'll miss the layup. And here comes Dixie State. Moyaki looking inside. Pass is tipped away. Possession will stay with Dixie State. Kesley Stevenson, Kristen Baldwin going to come in. Ashley Burge, Allie Franks will check out. Dixie State trailing by 4. 1:33 to go. Moyaki going to trigger, looking for Baldwin. Baldwin, one dribble. Passing inside to Stevenson, one more look to Myers. Jumper from the left, no. Stevenson can't quite get the offensive rebound. Boy, Dixie State with 31 first half rebounds. And yet they trail by 4. Diaz can't get it to go. Offensive rebound for Collins. And they're going to call a foul against Kristen Baldwin. Wow. Baldwin picks up her second. We'll get another look at it here. Oh, boy. We won't comment any further on that foul. That's Baldwin's second. 1:08 to go here in the second. Dominican going to take a timeout. Diaz had some blood on her leg, so they're going to tend to her. It'll be a full timeout. 1:08 to go. 38-34, Dominican leading. 60-second timeout. Back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to SaveTheFood.com.
There is a place where the desert comes alive, where rain breaks forth from solid stone and gardens spring from blistered rock. There is a place with enough color to make a rainbow jealous, where boulders are bigger than buildings and cliffs are higher than clouds. There is a place that will straighten your step, tighten your grip, widen your eyes, and open your jaw. There is a place.
To go in the second quarter. Dixie State trailing by 4. Kristen Baldwin was called for her second foul. Right before the timeout. They look inside to Collins, loses on the end line, regains. They whip it back out to Diaz. Diaz with the Manav for 3 straight away, too strong. Moyaki battling with Collins. And possession going to stay with Dominican. Cruz inbounds and gets it right back, finds Collins. Collins top of the key. Razzo. Razzo left-handed runner in the lane, no. Taylor Moyaki the rebound. Boy, Moyaki's been all over the rebounds tonight. Her 5th of the night. Stevenson to Tremina Jordan. Just checked in during the timeout. Now to Moyaki. Moyaki, baseline left side jumper, and she hits. Moyaki with 6. Dixie State within 2. Shot clock is off. Penguins can play for 1 here. Manav will throw up an off-balance shot. It rims out, and it's tipped out of bounds. Tremina Jordan tipped it off of Collins. And Dixie State going to get it back. 16.8 seconds to go. Boy, you thought Dominican would play for 1 with a lead. And Dixie State can now play for 1 to tie or take the lead heading into the break. Moyaki slowly across the timeline. Waiting on a screen for Stevenson. They whip it back to Kesley. Kesley to Tremina Jordan for 3, right corner. No, too strong. Ball tipped around. That's how the first half will end. A good look for Tremina Jordan. Dixie State got to be happy with where they're at after trailing by 10 early in the second quarter. They use an 11-0 run to battle back into it. Even took a lead for a minute. But Dixie State down just 2, 38-36 to Dominican. and a lot of things that can just be tidied up at second chance opportunities. Dixie State 34 rebounds to just 21 of Dominican in that first half, but not taking advantage on some of those rebounds, especially offensive rebounds. Dixie State 13 offensive rebounds in that first half, and 10 second chance points to come from that, but they have gone empty after some of those rebounds. Dixie State trailing at 38-36 at the half. Some quick stats for you. Trailblazers 30% from the field, 12 of 40, 3 of 16 from the outside. That's 18%, 9 of 11 from three-point land. Leading scorers for the Trailblazers, 9 points for Maddie Ventling, 6 points each for Ashley Burge, Kesley Stevenson, and Taylor Moyaki. 2 points each for Miley Richardson and Morgan Myers, and a single point for Kristen Baldwin. Those are some quick first half stats for you. We're going to take about a 60-second timeout. When we come back, what you're going to see on the CEC side and on the YouTube stream, you're going to see our latest edition of what we call Dixie State Women's Basketball Weekly. Each week, sit down with head coach J.D. Gustin and then a player. This week's featured player was junior forward Miley Richardson. We'll play as much of that as we can. Probably just see the part with Miley Richardson. I won't have enough time in the halftime break to show you Coach Gustin's segment as well. So we show you about a 5 or 6 interview with Miley Richardson on the other side of this 60-second timeout. Dixie State trailing 38-36. We take the 60-second break and come back with an interview with Miley Richardson as part of our Women's Basketball Weekly. Back in 60 on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
There is a place where the sun doesn't hide in the winter, where the greens stay green and the crimson canyons still glow. There is a place where dimples determine destiny, and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where we drive for show, putt for dough, and settle the score with another round. There is a place.
Welcome inside the CEC TV studios once again. Carrick Segmiller, Assistant Coordinator of Media Relations and radio play-by-play voice here at Dixie State Athletics. This is episode 7 of Dixie State Women's Basketball Weekly, the first installment of the new year. Today I'm excited to be joined by junior forward Miley Richardson on the show. Miley, thanks for taking some time out of your schedule. I know before practice, and school's not in right now, so at least you have that going for you, but thanks for taking some time out of your busy schedule so we can get to know you a little bit better.
Of course, I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
It's exciting to have you on the show. I really enjoy getting to know the student athletes a little bit better and just to hear what you all have to say. It's exciting to have you on the show. First thing I like to ask, really to start these interviews off, is why Dixie? Last year you just finishing up a couple of years at USU Eastern in Price, Utah. Of course, you're from American Fork.
Yeah.
So it's fairly close to home. But what was it that influenced your choice to come down to the Red Rocks here in St. George and attend Dixie State University?
Yeah, I think it was the coaches. So I loved my first 2 years at in Price, and JD and my coaches in Eastern were like best friends. They're still really good friends, and they have very similar coaching styles. And so that's why I chose Dixie, was because the coaches are awesome, and I knew like it'd be familiar and like similar. And I love the area. It was warm all the time.
That's definitely a plus. You don't have to deal about with shoveling a driveway or whatever it may be here. So we probably had an American Fork and Price.
And Price. Price was cold.
We're excited to have you here. We're glad you made the choice to be here. And you talk about where you've played before. Of course, American Fork, Utah. You played at American Fork High School.
Yeah.
you've got an interesting dynamic here in the fact that you're playing with one of your high school teammates as well, and Taylor Moyaki. What's that like? Obviously, you had a couple years at Eastern first, but now you're down here at Dixie, and she's a freshman here. What's that like to play with someone that you kind of already have that chemistry with on the court from high school?
Yeah, it's so fun. Like I said earlier, it doesn't happen very often, and so it's really cool that we get that experience. In high school, we fed off each other a lot, and it's fun to just like jump right back into it right where we ended off in high school. So things are just the same. I feed off Taylor. I feel like she feeds off of me really well. We just work well together, and it's fun.
What's something maybe unique about this year's team that versus other teams that you've been a part of?
Yeah, I feel like this year is a foundation. Coach always says that this is a foundation year. We're just building up the program, and that's unique because not some schools they have a program where they're around and succeeding for years, and this is JD's second year, but he's still just working on it, and that's really fun to just be a part of the foundation piece, and that's unique.
Is that kind of attractive as a recruit when you're looking at a program to come to, an opportunity to make your mark at a program and help a program kind of turn the corner?
For sure, and it's like you want to be a part of the culture, and what better way to do that than to be the star of the culture. So,
your junior, it's a very freshman-laden team, a couple of seniors as well, but a very young team, and so you being a junior, one of the upperclassmen, there's probably a sense of leadership about you. What kind of role does that help you take on this team?
I feel like leadership is everything, and it's not really, leadership doesn't have to be a upperclassman thing. It just kind of comes with time, but yeah, I don't know. It's like,
I really like you saying you don't have to be a junior or senior to be a leader, and that's a very great point. What's been one of your favorite moments? I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot here.
Yeah.
Just want to get to know you. What's been one of your favorite moments on the basketball court? It could have been American Fork, could have been at USU Eastern. It could have been here at Dixie State in one of the first few games of the season. Do you have a favorite moment or two that you kind of like to go back, maybe a game-winning shot or a steal or a block that you had to help get a big win?
Yeah, I honestly can't think of like a specific moment, but there's like little moments in every game that I really thrive off of, and it's just like when anyone makes a big play, and then the whole team just like yelling in each other's faces, just like getting pumped. I think that's like the little moments in every game that I really look forward to. There was a few games ago, I don't remember who we were playing. Honestly, all games just like blur together to me. But like I made a big three at the end, and everyone was just like, yeah, like screaming in my face, and that's so fun. Like I think those little moments are what makes it fun.
Back to the team and some of your teammates, like we mentioned before, a couple times you played at USU Eastern just up the road in Price. If I'm doing my math right, your freshman year would have been Maddie Ventling's and Lisa Van Kampen's sophomore year at Snow and at CSI. So you got to play against both of those players, I'm sure. Now you're on the same team playing with them in practice. What's that dynamic like?
It's honestly like no different. At the beginning, I was kind of intimidated by that. Like I was just like, oh man, they were so good. But it's just so fun to have them on my side now, and they're great players. So it's fun to have them.
Is there someone on this team that kind of helps keep the moment light? Things can get serious. Things can get, everyone's focusing on the game. Is there someone that's kind of the joker or the comedian on the team that helps keep things real?
I feel like it's me. Like I feel really bad saying that. I don't know. I hate I don't hate serious moments, but sometimes things do get heavy, and I'm always just like I don't know. I feel like I'm the one that breaks the awkward seriousness.
Well, that works great. You're the one I'm interviewing here.
Yeah.
I like what you said on the fact that serious moment. You got to be serious, obviously, but you got to keep it real and be able to play loose. If you're too tight, I imagine it's probably pretty hard to go out and trying to make a free throw or a jump shot or whatever it may be. If you're playing loose, things are going to flow a lot better.
Yeah, for sure. But
13 games into the season this year, what's been your favorite part about being part of this team? 13 games in, a couple months in, through workouts and whatnot.
I think my favorite part is just figuring it out. Like I said, we're a new team. We're JD's second year in. We're freshman heavy. It's just figuring each other out. I think that's been the best part about it. And in years to come, I think figuring it out now will help.
What are you most looking forward to the second half of the season? And then you've got one more year in a Trailblazer uniform as well.
Yeah, winning some games. We got to get that down. So I think that's what I'm looking forward to most is winning.
Well, I appreciate you taking some time and just getting to know you. And And this is a great project that the coaches have going this year in this Women's Basketball Weekly. And we get to see you and kind of put a face to the name and the number that's running around out on the court, and all the fans and everyone following Dixie State women's basketball and enjoys you taking some time out as well. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
She's junior forward Miley Richardson. Of course, again, I'm Carrick Sagmiller. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be joined by head coach J.D. Gustin as we break down the last 4 games and look forward to the games against Dominican and California Baptist next week. This is Dixie State Women's Basketball Weekly. Stick with us. We'll be back with more right after this.
Tonight along the Texas Gulf Coast utter devastation. Harvey barreled ashore overnight, packing 130-mile-an-hour winds, blinding sheets of rain, and a treacherous storm surge.
Harvey can't mess with Texas. So donate now to help make Texas whole again.
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt and where seeing is believing. There is a place.
back inside the Burns Arena. Dixie State trailing Dominican at the half, 38-36. And stay at the half with a fresh 10 minutes up on the third quarter clock. Both teams going the same starters. For Dominican, Scott, Cruz, Collins, Diaz, Razo. For Trailblazers, Moyaki, Richardson, Baldwin, Ventling, Franks. We are underway. Teams flip sides. Dixie State trailing by 2. After shooting 30% in the first half. And 3 of 16 from the outside. Collins looking for Diaz. Over to the right side and Cruz. To Razo, back to Cruz, 10 to shoot. Into the left corner, Collins drives the inline. Diaz falls down, gets back up. They pass to Razo, 5 to shoot. Scott straight away 3, too strong. Baldwin goes up strong and gets the rebound for Dixie State. Great defense by the Trailblazers on the opening possession of the third quarter. Moyaki eludes a double team. Swing it to the corner. Franks for 3, right corner, and she banked it in for the right corner. That's tough to do. Dixie State will take it. They're on top by 1, 39-38. 9:08 to go. She tried to do that again. She probably couldn't do it. But she's able to bank that one in, give Dixie State a 1-point lead. Razo to answer left wing. Too strong. She also hit glass, but the window was not near as friendly as it was to Allie Franks. Ventling trapped. Passes out of it to Moyaki. Moyaki to Baldwin, left elbow. Couple of dribbles, kicks it back out. Richardson thinks about a 3, leaves it short. Razo the rebound. Dixie State a 1-point lead into the right corner. Scott for 3. No. Baldwin, rebound for Dixie State. And Kristen throws it right to Collins. Pass over to Cruz, one-on-one with Baldwin, no. Moyaki the rebound, and she's fouled. Does it go against Cruz or does it go against Collins? It will be Cruz for first.
Foul on Vanessa Cruz. First personal, first team foul.
That will bring Sydney LaRocca into the game. 5'7" freshman guard from Folsom, California. Dixie State a 1-point lead, trying to build on that here. Franks to Moyaki, pass tip, regains. Taylor drives the inline, and she's fouled by Collins, and that should be 4 by my count against Angelica Collins. Now she's going to have to come out.
Foul on Angelica Collins. That's her
Collins with just 2 points tonight, but she does so many other things.
She's 2 shots. Taylor Moyaki.
Very aggressive defensively. Moyaki makes the first free throw. She's got 7. Collins, 2 points right now, 7 rebounds. A couple of steals as well. She's just active on both ends of the floor. Moyaki, second rebound strong. Dixie State a 2-point lead with 8 to go. Manab fires a 3, air ball up and over the top. Richardson can just let that one go. 7:54 to go in the third. Dixie State a 2-point lead, 40-38. Ventling swings it left. Moyaki finds Baldwin. One more pass inside to Richardson. Gets the shot off, and she's fouled. And that foul against Diaz. And that's the 3rd against Natalie Diaz. Team's leading scorer, 24 points per game. Really the heart and soul of this team, especially right now with Sandra Ikiora sidelined with an injury. Richardson will make the first free throw. She's got 3. Second one. Rims around and falls through. Dixie State matching its game-high lead of 4. 42-38, 7:40 to go. LaRocca to Scott. Thinks better of a 3. Now inside to Diaz. It's their bread and butter. They'll kick it back out. Razo. Top of the key, Monav. Driving inside, looking for Razo, and she'll score off the window. 7 points for Julia Razo. Dixie State's lead trimmed down to 2 again. Franks to Moyaki, and a travel. Question was, did the travel come before the pass or after Moyaki made the catch? They say it was before the pass. Travel called against Franks. Dominican to Razzo for 3, and how about Razzo scoring 5 quick points for Dominican? Just like that, Dominican has retaken a lead, 43-42. Moyaki trying to drive the inline. Dribbles off her foot and out of bounds. Feels like she was pushed a little bit, no whistle. This is exactly what happened when Dixie State went up by 4 early in the first quarter. Manav splits 2 defenders to Scott in the left corner. Back to Manav. She'll take a 3. She's not shy about it. Too strong. Richardson will chase down the long rebound for Dixie State. Pass ahead to Moyaki. Dixie State can retake the lead here. 7 lead changes so far in this game. Franks to Ventling. Richardson, free throw line to Franks. They leave her open. She pops a 3 and hits. Allie Franks knocking in the 3. The first Trailblazer to double figures. She's got 10. Dixie State on top by 2. 45-43. 6:23 to go in the third. Monav in the right corner. Scott for 3. No. Baldwin rebound for the Trailblazers. Franks, they leave her open. She'll pop another 3, and she hits. Back-to-back threes for Allie Franks. She's got 13, closing in on her career high of 19. Scott inside, shot blocked by Baldwin, and Baldwin will save it in. Dixie State a game-high lead of 5. They try to add to it here. Franks to Moyaki. How about another 3? Now this one's off the left side. Air ball, it'll bounce out of bounds. Dixie State will maintain the 5-point lead at 48-43. Morgan Myers and Kesley Stevenson will each check in. Moyaki and Richardson will get a rest. Dixie State leading by 5. You'd like to add to it here. Manav to Diaz, guarded by Morgan Myers, so shoots open over the top of her and hits easily. 14 points make it for Diaz. Got a few inches on Morgan Myers. Ventling has the ball tapped away and is taken down from behind in the scrum to get it. No whistle. Pass ahead to LaRocca, and she scores.
Basket by Cindy LaRocca.
Ventling into Baldwin. Couple of dribbles off the window and good. Kristen Baldwin absolutely needed to see that one go through. Just her 3rd point of the night, though she's got 7 rebounds to go with it. Looking inside to Diaz. Morgan Myers gets her hands on it and ties it up. Dixie State going to get it back. Baldwin asking for a sub. Is she going to get it? Now Diaz working on that tape that's on her left leg. Checked out earlier in the first half with some blood on that leg. Got taped up, and the tape had kind of got tugged down on that last play. Morgan Myers will be credited with a steal for tying that ball up and getting it. That's what she likes to do. She told us at the Winter Sports Media Day she wanted to be known as the best defensive player in this program's history when she's done here. She travels on the offensive end, and that'll bring us to the under 5 media timeout. The Dixie State leading by 3, 50-47, a 60-second timeout right back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
Fans, it's time for the Bowmar Home Furnishings mattress race. Teams will compete in a race to the end of the court to make the layup. Aaron and Coleman and Josh and Braun are our 2 teams. We're going to need to help them out a little bit. Definitely need a little bit of help. On your mark, get set, go. Looks like Josh and Ron are coming on here. Aaron and Coleman had a little trouble. Josh and Ron are our winners of the Boulevard Home Furnishings mattress race. Thanks to Boulevard Home Furnishings for the continued support of Dixie State Athletics.
.450 to play in quarter number 3. Dixie State a 3-point lead, 50-47. Had a game-high lead of 5 a couple of minutes ago. Trimmed down to 3 after the teams exchanged buckets. Dixie State trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. Ball tipped out of LaRocca's hands, and then it goes off of her foot and out of bounds. Dixie State will get it back, an opportunity to try and extend this back to a 5 or maybe even a 6-point lead with a 3. Ventling to Stevenson, left side. Stevenson stops the dribble, passes to Burge. Ashley still has the dribble, not going to use it. Instead of Ventling, open look for three, left corner, she buries it. Dixie State heating up from outside here in the third. Dixie State a game-high lead of 6, 53-47, 4:22 to go. Diaz to Manav, back to Diaz, right elbow. And Razzo. Razzo spinning back to the right, path cut off, but a good look to LaRocca as LaRocca cut down the baseline on the left side, and she lays it in. She's got 4. 4-point lead for Dixie State. Stevenson to Ventling. Ventling skipping it to Myers, left wing. She's trapped, dribbles through it to Ventling for 3 straight away. No, it rims out. Offensive rebound. Myers, one dribble, shot in the lane, deflected. Burge gets the rebound, can't score. Second time, no. Ball still is loose on the inline. It's going to Dominican. Dixie State, a couple of chances there. Couldn't take advantage of it. Trailblazers still maintaining a 4-point lead, 53-49. Coach Gustin and Coach Yazzie having a good laugh about that sequence. Moyaki going to check into this game. Next whistle. Manav, a deep 3 left wing, and she buries it. Eight points, Marissa Monave off the bench. Franks on the pass from Burge, can't score on the reverse layup. Here comes Dominican. The Penguins can retake the lead here. A 3 from the left corner, rims out. Del Rosario couldn't get it to go. Burge the rebound. Ahead to Stevenson, wide open layup, great transition. Stevenson with 8. Dixie State back up by 3, 55-52, 3 minutes to go. Passing inside to Diaz, off the window, and good. She's going to get a bucket and a foul. The foul will go against Morgan Myers. And a free throw coming for Diaz. She's so good inside. 16 points for Diaz, though. Looked like she might have shuffled the feet, really, before she went up with that thing. She misses the free throw, which she does not do often. Leads the Pac-West Conference in free throws made. Ventling looking to Burge, to Moyaki. Good decision not to take the 3 that early in the shot clock. Instead to Stevenson, and she'll hit the 3 left wing. Little help from the rim, but it falls through. Dixie State back up on top by 4. 58-54, 2:34 to go here in the third. Manav to answer. Too strong, Moyaki the rebound. Taylor wants to push it, dribbles around a defender. Leaving for Stevenson, step back 3, left corner, no. Rebound Dominican, Del Rosario. Working on Ventling, leaves for Diaz, leaning in, and she traveled. 2:13 to go in the third. Alana Scott back in for the Penguins. Dixie State leading by 4, can extend it to 6 or even to 7 with a 3 here. The 3-point shot has been friendly to the Trailblazers here in the third. Ventling looking to Stevenson. Back to Ventling, quickly to Burge, baseline right side, pump fake. Kicks it back out, Stevenson, one pass into the corner, Moyaki left corner 3, no. Razzo the rebound. And Taylor's had a few good looks out there, but now 0 for 4 from the outside is Moyaki tonight. 4-point lead for Dixie State. Penguins set it up offensively. It'll be Cruz with 15 to shoot. Clock winding down here in the third. They leave her open. She'll pop it, misses it. Dixie State the rebound. Ventling, couple of dribbles. Back to Moyaki, top of the key. Swing it back to Ventling, left wing, inside Richardson. Couple of dribbles, trying to throw up a shot, and she's fouled. A couple of free throws coming for Miley Richardson. The foul will go against Edina Del Rosario, her second. 14th foul against Dominican here in the third. Just 1:16 remaining, so to wait and see if Dixie State will benefit from Dominican possibly getting to the bonus. Richardson makes the first free throw. She's got 5. They've all come from the stripe tonight. Five-point lead for the Trailblazers. Richardson makes the second. 6 points for Miley Richardson, and it's a 6-point lead. Ventling will tip a pass from LaRocca intended for Alana Scott in the left corner. Goes right in the Dominican bench. Penguins retain the possession. That'll be Sydney LaRocca to trigger. Right in front of the Dominican bench. Skips it. Passes tipped by Stevenson to Alexis Price. Over to Scott, left wing. Three-point shot is too strong, and a whistle and a foul. Going to go against Ashley Burge, fighting for position under the basket. Her second team foul against Dixie State here in the third. Dominican an extra possession. LaRocca holding, will lob out to Scott, left wing, back to LaRocca. Driving inside, will throw it up with the right hand. Shot is partially blocked by Richardson, and here comes Dixie State. Ventling into the corner. Stevenson for three. Yes! Kesley Stevenson with 14 points. It's a new career high for the freshman from Willard, Utah, to Box Elder High School. Dixie State by 9. Diaz to answer. Free throw line jumper is good. 18 points for Natalie Diaz. Dixie State by 7. Boyaki traveled. No, a whistle. Oh, the shot clock never reset. Referee going to come over to the near sideline, ask for some time to be put back on. Going to put 25 seconds on the shot clock. Heather Moyaki was in the process of jumping. I didn't see whether the shot went in or not, but doesn't matter. Play was blown dead. Dixie State will get it back. 29 seconds on the game clock, 25 seconds shot clock. Quick pass into Burge, and she gets it to go. Rims around and falls through. 8 points for Ashley Burge. Dixie State by 9 again, 65-56. LaRocca to Ravo, to Diaz. They're going to go to their leader now. Diaz backing in on Boyaki. Jumps it, can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound. How'd she get that? 10 seconds to LaRocca. 8 seconds to go in regulation. To the free throw line, and Razzo, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, deep 2 at the horn. Rims out Burge. No, Richardson the rebound. And that's how the the third quarter will end. Dixie State by 9, outscoring Dominican 29-18 in the third quarter. We head to the fourth quarter. Can Dixie State snap the 4-game losing streak? We'll find out after the 60-second timeout on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
Section 101, row G, seat 2. Section 101, row G, seat 2. Congratulations, you are our lucky seat of the game, sponsored by Pizza Pie Cafe. Remember to go into Pizza Pie Cafe and try any one of their 22 signature pizzas. If you don't feel like pizza, they also have 9 pasta options that are cooked to perfection. Want a lighter meal? Try their salad bar with all the fixings. Come in before or after the game and bring your friends.
Welcome back inside the Burns Arena. Dominican will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Dixie State, 9 of 18 from the field in the third quarter, 6 of 11 from outside, 54% three-point shooting for Dixie State in the third quarter to build a 9-point lead. Alana Scott bouncing to Cruz. Cruz skipping it to the right wing, and Razzo. Razzo back to Cruz, left wing. 10 seconds to shoot. Good defense by Dixie State so far. Can they finish the possession? Razzo with 7 to shoot. Splits 2 defenders and lays it up with the left hand. It's short. Whistle rings out. Foul will be called against Ashley Burge, her third. There was contact, and it was that maybe they weren't going to call it. She did slide over late, made contact, and Razzo goes to the line for a pair of free throws. 87% free throw shooter is Razzo this season, since the first. 11 points for Razzo. Razzo now 28 of 32 from the stripe this season. Only 4 free throw misses for Julia Razzo. She misses that one. Dixie State, the rebound. Allie Franks chases it down. Dixie State by 8, 65-57. 9:25 to play here in the fourth. Moyaki waiting for a screen from Baldwin. It comes. Swing it left. Stevenson for 3. Yes! Kesley Stevenson continues the onslaught. She's got 17. Stevenson is 4 for 8 from the outside. Dixie State by 11, 68-57. Cruz, a runner, no. Franks the rebound, and she's fouled by Cruz. Second foul against Vanessa Cruz. First team foul against Dominican here in the fourth. Franks checking the nose, make sure there's no blood. He's good to go. Moyaki puts the ball back in play. What a difference when it seems like there's not a lid on the basket. Franks, they leave her open, pop a 3 right corner, and she hits! Allie Franks with 16, and Dixie State making up for all of the misses over the past couple of nights. 71-57, Dixie State by 14. Pass inside to Collins. Trapped on the inline, she'll have to dribble out of it. Drives the inline again, ball is passed inside. Moyaki to steal. Taylor has Kesley Stevenson, splits 2 defenders, and lays it up and in with the right hand on the left side. Moyaki's got 9. Dixie State leads by 16. 73-57. 8:15 to play. Diaz to answer. Floater in the lane. She gets it to go. 20 points for Natalie Diaz. 14-point Dixie State lead. Cannot let off the gas here. This game is far from over. 8 minutes to go. Inside Baldwin. Spinning back to the right. Ball is tied up. And it should stay with Dixie State on the alternate arrow. It will. 7:58 to play in quarter number 4. Moyaki to trigger. Baseline right side. Finds Ventling, right wing. Maddie Ventling, angling to the left. Gives to Franks, they leave her open. Another 3, no. Allie Franks gets her own rebound and is going to get called for no. What's the call going to be? They have not signaled. It's going to be a blocking foul against Collins, and that's her 5th foul. Boy, what a terrible way to have to leave a game. He had position, but they're pointing at the floor, and I think what they're saying, I don't know if we'll get a look at it there. That left foot, I think, is back in that restricted area, moving a little bit as well. 5th foul against Collins. She'll foul out. Make matters worse, she got hit across the face and has to leave with a bloody nose. Baldwin drives inside, shot is blocked and tipped out of bounds, and it's going to go off of Baldwin. Like the aggressive mentality, though, from Kristen. She's just been smothered the last 3 games now, back to the Point Loma game. Just has not had any breathing room inside and is trying to get something going inside. 14-point lead for Dixie State, 7:38 to play. Diaz inside, runner good with contact. No question that it was a foul. The question was, could she complete the play? She did. 22 points for Diaz. The foul is going to go against Moyaki.
That's her second.
Her second. 12-point Dixie State lead. Cannot let up here. Diaz with a free throw to try to cut the lead to 11. She pushes it strong. Ventling the rebound. Maddie Ventling will hurry the ball up the floor to Moyaki. Couple dribbles. Right side jumper. No, it's going to rim out. Richardson will tip it out of bounds. Dominican with possession. 7:24 to go. Good look for Moyaki. You wonder if maybe they'll slow it down just a little bit, though, with 12-point lead. 7:24 to go. Diaz backing in on Moyaki. Ball is stripped and out of bounds. Taylor's done a pretty good job on Diaz. They've taken turns on her. Diaz does have 22 points, right near her season average of 24. A lob to Scott. Scott to LaRocca inside, floats over Richardson and scores. Sydney LaRocca with 6. It's a 6-0 run for Dominican. Dixie State got to find a bucket. Ventling, deep three straight away. No. Rebound, Dominican. A lot of time left on the shot clock still. 10-point Dixie State lead into the corner to Scott. LaRocca driving inside and can't hit. A foul going to be called against Richardson. Her third. Free throws coming for Sydney LaRocca.
Foul on Myla Richardson. That's her third. 13th foul.
6:48 to go here in the fourth. LaRocca at the line for free throws, and she misses. Sydney LaRocca just a 17% free throw shooter on the season. We'll get a second one, and she hits the second. 7 points for LaRocca, averaging just a point per game. The lead has been trimmed to 9. Dixie State needs a bucket on this possession. Dixie State going to call a timeout, and I like that call. Go out, settle the team down, say, look, we're okay, we're still up by 9, and they are going to stretch it to the media. 6:40 to go. Dixie State by 9, 73-64. 60-second timeout and back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
3 gyms, an aquatic center, indoor track, weight rooms, cardio rooms, and much, much more. Remember the Washington City Community Center, where we have something special for everyone, all in one place. Ladies and gentlemen, St. George News is a proud sponsor of Dixie State Athletics. Remember, if it's happening in St. George, you'll find it on St. George News, Southern Utah's #1 source for local news.
I'm Jimmy. This is my definition of fresh since 1983.
Welcome back inside the Burns Arena. 7-0 run currently for Dominican. Inbound pass to Taylor Moyaki, and she's fouled by Sydney LaRocca. They went for the trap. LaRocca picks up the foul. Fresh 30 for the Trailblazers. Dixie State needs a basket on this possession. Trap coming again. Moyaki needs help. Able to pass to Baldwin. Baldwin had Franks wide open in the lane. Couldn't get it to her. Instead to Ventling. Ventling to Richardson. Richardson into the right corner. Moyaki driving inside, passing to Baldwin, and a travel. I'm not sure if Baldwin really ever had enough possession of that ball to call a travel, but the call is made. And now Dixie State lead trickling away. Diaz in the lane, no. Kristen Baldwin the rebound. Moyaki to Franks. Back to Moyaki, 3 ball, straight away, no, too much on it. Richardson offensive rebound. He's going to try to go back up with it, can't get it to go. Dominican the rebound, Manav. Pass inside to Razzo. Razzo, LaRocca, hangs and gets around Baldwin. And she's fouled. Baldwin picks up the foul. Her third, Ashley Burge is going to check in. Sydney LaRocca to the line for a pair of free throws. Hits the first. She's got 8. Last time she was at the line, went 1 of 2. Coach Gustin having a discussion with the officials as to how that can be a foul, but a couple of players all around Miley Richardson on the other end, and no whistle was blown. LaRocca will make both this time around. She's got 9, 7-point Dixie State lead. Trailblazers last scored at the 8:23 mark, approaching 3 minutes without any points. Have got to score. Stevenson has hit 4 threes in this game, a career-high 17 points for the freshman. Franks crossing over in the lane, and she's bumped. Free throws coming. And that should be Diaz. Indeed it is.
Natalie Diaz is her 4th personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line shooting 2 shots, Allie Franks.
Allie Franks, pair of free throws. She'll hit the first. 17 points for Franks. And that breaks the scoring drought. Dixie State back up on top by 8. Second free throw will rim out. Rouser the rebound for Dominican. 5:25 to go. Now Scott, 3-ball left corner, in and out. Not sure how that didn't stay down. Diaz offensive rebound, and they're going to call an offensive foul, and that's 5 on Natalie Diaz. Diaz extended the elbow, gets called for the foul, and that is 5 fouls against Natalie Diaz. She is done. Coach Tim Lacoe is not happy about the call. He's standing at midcourt. He's got to be careful. He's showing up the official right now. The elbow definitely came out. And Dominican going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Dominican.
30-second timeout. And it's going to be a full timeout. They'll stretch it to the media. We'll take it. Check that. Let's go to break. Thought we were taking a break, or excuse me, thought we were looking at the replay. Maybe I missed it. Let's go to a quick break. 5:18 to go. Let's take a 30-second timeout. Come right back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on your feet, hands down. We got some, all right. Look at that. There we go. Oh, look at that. Oh. I think we had a winner.
.5:18 to play here on the 4th. Scoreboard starting to have some issues here. Seems like every time the horn goes off, the numbers start blinking up on the main scoreboards. The scoreboards on the either end of the floor, the north side and the south end, are fine, but the main scoreboards are kind of starting to wig out a little bit every time the horn goes off. Dixie State on top by 8. Dominican playing without its leading scorer. Richardson is fouled, and that is free throws for Miley Richardson. The foul will go against Alana Scott, her second.
Alana Scott, that's her second.
And now free throws
At the line for Dixie State.
become a big part of this game. Dixie State has still gone without a field goal since the 8:23 mark. Richardson, first free throw good. 7 points for Miley Richardson. She misses the second. Both Franks and Richardson. Kesley Stevenson hit the deck. She comes up grimacing. Now she's able to jog back down the floor. Kind of grit the teeth and bear it. Inside to Razzo. Razzo is going to make a basket, and they're going to call a foul against Miley Richardson. Razzo with 13. Richardson has picked up the foul. That's her 4th. Razzo to try to complete the three-point play. And she hits it. And a whistle and a foul on the rebound. Dixie State player ended up on her back. Referee's going to get together, and it's going to be an intentional foul.
That's personal foul, number 34, Marissa Monave.
Monave going to pick up the foul.
First person at the line for Dixie State, shooting 2 shots, Miley Richardson.
As Miley Richardson was wrestled to the ground, so she's going to get. The referee stops and says anybody can shoot the free throw. They're going to have Maddie Ventling shoot this. The question is, does Richardson get a pair of free throws after this for the common foul as well? Miley waits. Here we get the look at it as Maddie Ventling makes the first free throw, and indeed, the arm is locked up, and Manav throws her to the ground. Ventling misses the second free throw. 13 for Maddie Ventling, and now Dixie State going to have the possession. 7-point Dixie State lead. The Trailblazers have gone nearly 4 minutes without a field goal. Got to have a bucket here. Burge finding Ventling. Couple of dribbles. Getting it stripped out of her hands. Manav the steal for Dominican. 4:40 to go here in the fourth. Manav getting inside, leaning in on Stevenson. High off the glass. And a whistle. Second foul against Stevenson. Manav to the line for a pair of free throws. And this is something that'll start to drive everybody in attendance crazy. Suddenly, when it's a close game down the stretch, things that were not being called early in the half are now being called. Manav first free throw, she hits at 9 points.
On the line shooting 2 shots, Marissa Monday.
Scoreboard has gone out again, but you do have boards on either end of the floor. Now it's back. Second free throw, no good. Moyaki the rebound. It's just a 6-point lead for Dixie State. They've got to find a bucket. Moyaki to Burge, to Ventling straight away. Ventling dribbles out of a double team. She'll get inside and lay it up and in with the left hand. First field goal in the last 4 minutes for Dixie State. Dominican up the floor quickly. If layup is missed, Moyaki will wisely slow things down with an 8-point lead and 4:10 to go in the fourth. Moyaki handing off to Ventling. Quickly to Stevenson. Stevenson behind the back dribble. Now to Ventling straight away. Ventling looking for Burge. Catches in the left corner. Back to Ventling. 13 to shoot. Maddie inside trying to pass, and it goes off of a Dominican player out of bounds. Kesley Stevenson had to do a little dance on the near sideline. Make sure that ball did not hit her on its way out of bounds. Dixie State will maintain the possession. 3:53 to go. Dixie State went exactly 4 minutes without a field goal. 8 seconds on the shot clock here. Stevenson finds Ventling. Ventling crossing over to the left, and she throws it away. Ball stolen by Manav. Manav slows up and runs over Taylor Moyaki. Foul goes against Manav, her second. And she runs her over. A great look from our CEC camera crew. Dixie State leading by 8, 3:38 to go. And another turnover. Franks has it tapped out of her hands. Head to LaRocca. LaRocca is fouled. This time a blocking foul. But that should, well, there's going to be free throws anyway. Dixie State is in the, both teams are in the bonus. So whether it was a shooting foul or not is irrelevant at this point. Free throws coming both ways with 3:31 to go. Sydney LaRocca, 17% free throw shooter this season. But tonight, is shooting much better than that from the stripe. She's 4 of 5 right now and gets that one to go. Make it 5 of 6 for LaRocca from the free throw line. Dixie State, leading by 6. Pass inside to Franks, and she's undercut and fouled by Razzo. That'll be Razzo's second. 2 free throws for Allie Franks. It's going to become a battle of the free throws. Who will be better from the stripe down the stretch? Franks hits the first. 18 points for Allie Franks. With this free throw, she could set a new, or tie her career high. Second free throw good. Franks has tied her career high at 19 points. She scored 19 points once last season, and she's now done it twice this season. Manav left open, 3-ball straight away. She parries it. 12 points for Marissa Manav. It's a 5-point game. 3:10 to go here in the fourth. Franks to Stevenson. Stevenson to Moyaki, 20 to shoot to Stevenson. Whipping it inside to Franks. Back to Ventling to answer, right wing. Yes! Maddie Ventling has answered. She's got 18. She has matched her career high. Dixie State by 8. A timeout taken after the made basket by the Trailblazers. 2:56 to go in the fourth. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We keep it right here and take a look at some quick numbers. Already, Kesley Stevenson with a career high of 17. Allie Franks has matched her career high with 19. Maddie Ventling has matched her career high with 18. Taylor Moyaki with 9 points. Richardson with 7. Kristen Baldwin with 3. Ashley Burge with 8. Morgan Myers has 2. As a team, Dixie State is 26 of 69 from the field. 37% there. 12 of 33 from outside. 36% there, and 19 of 25 from the stripe. 76% from the stripe. Dixie State, 60 rebounds in this game. Out-rebounding Dominican 60 to 36. And I'll have to double check, but that may be approaching a single game high as a team with 60 rebounds. Dominican for 3, no. Moyaki the rebound. He's going to try to push it up. Finds Franks to Ventling. You got time to burn here with an 8-point lead. Ventling handing off to Franks. Passes the inline to Burge out to Stevenson for 3, right wing. No. A whistle and a foul is going to be called against Allie Franks going for the loose ball. Second foul against Allie.
Foul on Allie Franks, second personal. At the line for Dominican shooting 2 shots, Sydney LaRocca.
LaRocca with a free throw, and she hits it. 12 points for Sydney LaRocca, and it's a 7-point game. There was still some time on the shot clock when Stevenson took that last 3, but she was open. If she makes it, it blows the game wide open. LaRocca makes both. She's got 13, 6-point lead for Dixie State. 2:25 to play in the fourth. Single game record as a team in rebounds for Dixie State is 68. Set against Dominican in 2011-2012. The Trailblazers are approaching that number with 61 team rebounds. Moyaki dribbles to the left, passes to Stevenson. Back to Moyaki with 7 to shoot. Back to Stevenson for 3, left corner. Yes! Kesley Stevenson knocks it down. She's got 20. Dixie State by 9. 1:55 to go here in the fourth. Cruz passing inside LaRocca. Scooping it up and under. No. Maddie Ventling the rebound. Coach Gustin telling Ventling he wants her to slow down now. Got to get it across the timeline to Moyaki. 1:38 to go in the fourth. Dixie State can take a double-digit lead with a bucket here. Moyaki to Stevenson. Back to Moyaki. 13 to shoot. Now 9 to shoot. Burge comes out to set a pick. Hands off to Ventling. Deep 3, right wing. Why not? Why not? Maddie Ventling, a new career high with 21 points. Dixie State has hit 15 threes in this game. Check that, make it 14 threes in the game. Dominican to answer, no. Ventling the rebound. 12-point Dixie State lead. We are under a minute to go. Pass to Franks. Franks is fouled. Now Franks can set a career high with 1 of 2 free throws here. You can have 3 players set career highs in scoring in this game.
Third personal. Dixie State shooting 2 shots, Allie Franks.
School record for 15 or for 3-pointers made in a game. As Franks makes the free throw, she's got 20. It's a new career high. School record for threes made in a game is 15. Dixie State 1 away from that mark. Franks makes both free throws. She's got 21. 14-point lead. LaRocca is fouled. She'll try to scoop it up and under. A couple of free throws coming. Foul against Stevenson, her third.
Third personal. At the line shooting 2 shots, Sydney LaRocca.
Dixie State with 91 points scored. As LaRocca makes the free throw, she's got 14. It's a season high in points for Dixie State at 91. LaRocca makes both, 15 points for LaRocca. Inbound pass to Moyaki. Moyaki behind the back dribble. Gets a screen from Burge. Bounce to Burge. Now to Moyaki to Franks, driving inside. She'll pull it out. Dixie State will have to take a shot on this possession. Were they to make a three as Moyaki drives inside, lays it up and in. Moyaki with 11, fourth Trailblazer in double figures, and it sure looks like Dixie State going to get the win and snap a 4-game losing skid. Cruz will jump a deep 2. No, Moyaki the rebound. And that should be your ball game. Dixie State is going to end 2 rebounds away from a single-game rebounding record and 1 3-pointer away from a single-game 3-point record. Dixie State going to win it 93-79. That is the way to break a 4-game losing skid. The Trailblazers get the win to get back to 500 on the season, 7-7 overall, 3-4 in Pac-West play, and Dixie State will host California Baptist on Monday in a rematch of a game in Riverside. They get the win without Mariah Martine. Tremina Jordan played limited minutes tonight. Dixie State a 93-79 victory. Some final stats for you. The Trailblazers 39% for the field, 29 of 73, 14 of 36 from outside. Again, 1 3-pointer away from matching a single game record. And the Trailblazers go 21 of 27 and get the win. 4 Trailblazers in double figures. And how about this? 3 Trailblazers set career highs tonight. 21 points for Maddie Ventling, a career high. And Ventling goes 5 of 11 from the outside. 20 points for Kesley Stevenson. Stevenson goes 5 of 10 from the outside. Allie Franks finishes with 21 points. That's a career high. And Franks goes 4 of 5 from the outside. The 3-point shot, the difference tonight. Dixie State wins it 93-79 to snap a 4-game losing skid. How about that? We'll have the game against California Baptist for you on Monday right here on the Trailblazer Basketball Network. A big shout out to our CEC TV crew for bringing us all the good shots tonight. We're going to step away. It'll just be a short break, and then we'll be right back at it here on youtube.com/Dixie State Athletics, as it's a separate stream. The men will get their shot at Dominican as the Trailblazers getting set to take on Dominican University of California. Trailblazers win it 93-79. We'll step away for a quick second and be back with the men's game on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.